Good evening, Irondale. This is Mayor James Douglas Stewart Jr. here to be able to share with you a message from the mayor. I am so delighted to have one of our outstanding citizens here with me that is going to be the first guest host interview for the Message with the Mayor. And her name is Miss Carolyn Jones. She's a resident of Holiday Gardens, and she is going to drill me tonight on some wonderful questions. Hopefully, we can be able to share some information with you that will enlighten you about what's going on in the wonderful city of Irondale. How are you doing today,
I'm
Miss
good.
Jones?
How are you?
I am fantastic.
Well, good. We got a few questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, Mayor Stewart, will you give us an update on what happened in the city of Irondale this past month?
The month of February was a very exhausting, very busy month. We started out with me having an opportunity to be able to give my first message or my State of the City address on February the 9th. I had an opportunity to be able to share at the chamber and just let people know exactly what is my plan, what is my vision for the city of Irondale as we begin to develop a blueprint to move it into the 21st century. And then we move from there to actually having the opportunity to do a town hall meeting. I want to be as transparent as possible. I want to give people several different avenues to have an opportunity to be able to communicate with me. So we open up the lines, allow people to be able to call in, and if they had any questions, I try to address them because I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to serve myself. Then we had on the 24th, it was a wonderful time. It was the kickoff for the Blueprint Irondale. We are working to developing our new comprehensive plan. We had an opportunity to be able to sit down with the Regional Planning Commission and determine all of the things that we need to make sure that we embrace the visions, the thoughts, the ideas of everybody that live in the community. And then we finished it off on the 27th with having a chance to be able to give away 200 boxes of food. I truly believe that no one in this community should go without having anything to eat. We've had an opportunity to be able to connect with I Care Alabama. They provided us with 200 boxes, and we were able to give those boxes away within a couple of hours. So February was a very busy month, but we got a lot done. We touched a lot of people, and we're just continuing trying to move Irondale forward.
Well, thank you so much for that update. Now, Mayor Stewart, can you tell us what's going to happen this month, the month of March, in Irondale?
Well, the month of March, we're going to slow it down a little bit. I haven't had an opportunity to be off since I was sworn in to be the mayor, so I am actually taking a brief vacation during the month of March, but we still have a few things that we are going to strive to do to be able to reach out people. On Tuesday, March the 9th, we're going to have Amnesty Day. So if you have any outstanding court fines, any warrants, anything dealing with the court, we will allow you to be able to come in on Tuesday. They're going to have two sessions. The morning session is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the afternoon session is from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So if you have received a ticket in the city of Irondale, failure to appear, or if you have a warrant out for your arrest, it will be a perfect time to be able to come in and to be able to deal with that during Amnesty Day. Also on March the 18th, WeatherTech, an industry business that has been in the city for quite a long time, is having their ribbon cutting. They just finished moving into a $2 million facility. It used to be the old Loans Electronics building. So they are having a ribbon cutting there on March the 18th, and I love ribbon cuttings. That means that there are great and wonderful things that are happening in the city of Irondale. And we're also giving away food on March the 13th as well as the 27th.
Doing a lot still.
We're trying it. We're trying.
All right, Mayor, let's talk about recycling. Do you have any plans to restructure the recycling program?
Yes. When recycling started in 2012, It was because we were doing a pilot program to see if citizens in the city wanted to begin the recycling process. We started out by having a contest to see which districts would recycle the most within a 30-day period. The district that actually provided the most was the district which I was a counselor over at that time, which was District 1. However, when we started working in District 1, there were individuals that were jealous and wanted to be in their district as well, so we ended up having recycling over the whole city of Irondale. I would like to thank Councilman Craig Sanderson at that time. He was responsible for helping us to be able to get the blue bins. So I would say that since 2012 to 2021, it's been almost 9 years. And we definitely need to look at how we're going to develop a recycling program and not just recycling. So it's a difference when you just pick up on Mondays, but then we need to think about how can we recycle glass, how can we recycle compost, and how can we pick up the regular recycling that we pick up on Mondays. Also, I would like to let people know, if you have cardboard and you think that it's going to rain that day, please do not put the cardboard out because it will end up contaminating the whole load. So I know that was a very big discussion on Monday about cardboard, but I would say that if you check the weather the night before and you know that we're going to have rain, then I would say please do not put it out unless you have a recycling bin that has a top on it. So we're going to address all those things. We're going to have a fantastic program. Within a couple of months, I'm looking to unveiling the new process of how we can recycle in the city of Irondale. I have 4 road trips this month to go to some cities that are actually doing recycling the right way. I am going to Tuscaloosa, Florence, Decatur, and Huntsville. And I'm going to steal a little bit from each one of their programs, bring it here to the city of Irondale, see how we can implement it and how we can begin to have one of the great programs in the state of Alabama that other cities will want to come and imitate what we're doing.
So that's going to occur within this year?
It will occur this year.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I've heard the cries of all the individuals in the community, so I think it's something that we need to go ahead and address pretty quickly.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be a great plan. Well, I need to ask you something else. Has COVID-19 affected the city's financial performance?
I would have to say no. This has been one of the greatest financial years for the city. We've collected more revenue this year than we've collected in previous years. Apparently, individuals who purchase luxury automobiles, COVID has not affected their discretionary income, so they are continuing to purchase the vehicles that we have here in the city of Irondale. We're also adding a dealership that's called Eco Park Automotive. It's only 5 in the United States. It's a part of the Sonic family, and they should open that new dealership this month. They sell high-end used cars that are only 1 to 4 years with less than 50,000 miles. And if you check the CarMax report, it should not reveal that those cars have also been in a wreck.
So we look pretty good in the city financially.
We're doing very well. We've $19 million overall, $15 million in unrestricted funds, $4 million in restricted funds. So we are doing very well. We just finished the busiest collection part of a fiscal year, which is in December and January. So right now the coffers are loaded and we are hoping to be able to sustain ourselves to the end of the fiscal year.
Good. That sounds great. Well, I know that COVID-19 has reduced the number of citizens who are able to come to a live council meeting. What has the city implemented to keep the citizens informed about city business?
Okay. Sometimes when I'm sitting in this seat, I feel like Moses with the children of Israel. You just hear people crying out in the wilderness all the time about all of the different things, that we need to do. And I just want to let everybody know, trust me, we hear you when you speak out on social media, or when you call, or when you send messages direct. So we have installed a new video system in the council chamber that will produce, I would say, some of the best quality when it comes to being able to look at our council meetings or any other meetings that we have going forward. We will be able to have it on Facebook. We will also have the opportunity to have it on YouTube. So if you do not have Facebook, you can go to the city website and you can actually go to the top of the page where it says YouTube. You can click on the YouTube button and you will be able to see the council meetings. So we are just really waiting to see how people are going to respond on March the 17th when we have our council meeting here. But we've heard you, and we've put some measures in place to make sure that the quality of the video is excellent. You will be able to hear everybody.
I was just going to ask
I
you.
know sound
How
is a
is
big
the
thing.
sound?
And really, Ms. Jones, I hope people can hear me
Hear
and
us
you
now.
tonight. I don't think we've heard anybody complain so far about that. So
The
we're
new
just
system will produce a better quality of sound and the visual.
right, and this will be the official site for the city of Irondale. So if you want any information about the city going forward, we are currently working to redesign our website, and we're going to put all of our information on the city website. So if you're looking for a resource to be able to get the correct information, because you can get information and you can get correct information. If you want correct information, I would say go to the city website. If you want information, then you can go to any of the other websites that provide information about the city of Irondale.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's get into the neighborhoods, I think. Are there any city ordinances pertaining to on-street parking?
There are no, well, I've heard that there's some, and then I've heard that there's not anything to deal with it. One of the biggest things that we have to deal with now is individuals parking in their yard. I know when these neighborhoods were built in 1970, people did not have 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. But now, since families are bigger and everybody in the house has a car, from the mother, the father, the kids, some subdivisions, driveways, do not have the capacity to be able to hold all of the cars. So we have individuals that are parking on the street. And when individuals park on the street, especially on both sides of the street, it makes it very difficult that if you have a fire and the fire trucks are trying to get down the street on Tuesday or Wednesday when your garbage is supposed to be picked up, because that's a very big vehicle at the same time. And then if you just have any other emergency and we're trying to get the police department down there. So we've heard that in a few neighborhoods that there are some issues with parking in the yard, with parking on the streets. And I would say that will be one of the things that we will take up in the month of March. And when I have an opportunity to come before you on April, hopefully we'll have a solution for that.
Well, what do you suggest if someone blocks your driveway and you can't get out? What do you suggest?
If someone blocks your driveway and you can't get out, please don't take the matter into your own hands. But I will encourage you to call 205-956-5990. That is the phone number to the police department, but that's for non-emergency events. That's what I would do. Do not go out there and try to get the individuals to move, but please call us and let us take care of it, because that's why we are here.
Okay. I'll call them.
Okay.
Another question. I've noticed in some areas there are new street signs. They're black.
Mm-hmm.
And in some communities, there's none, no new street signs.
Right.
So can you address as to why some do and some don't?
Yes, and I would say that this is something that started with the past administration that actually purchased street signs. And right now, Public Works is going through as many neighborhoods as they can to be able to remove the old green signs and to be able to put up the black signs. The black signs are much better. I would have to say they are beautiful. I mean, I have seen it where, which I will get with them, because sometimes if you see it and you're driving down the street and you got green on one side and you got black on the other side, you would have thought that they would have changed both of them at the same time. But that may be something that we need to just work out logistically. But the signs are coming. We're going to eventually change out all of the signs within the neighborhood to be able to fit with the new branding that we have for the city as well.
Can you give a timeline?
I've learned as a politician, I can give you a month, but I'll never give you a year.
But it's
so
coming.
I will say it's coming, hopefully by November.
Okay.
But I'm not saying what year of November. But we'll make sure that we have it completed before it's time for re-election.
Mayor. All right. Well, we talked about the street signs and the parking. I would like to ask you this. What comes to your mind as the most significant moments since you've taken office as the mayor of the city of Irondale?
I would say two of the things that I'm most proud of was at the last council meeting, being able to give those 3 fire tablets out to the individuals that won the art contest for Black History Month. Also, we've been in a position where we probably fed over 1,000 people since I took office in November. And I would just say having the opportunity to be able to help someone in need, also being in a position to be able to encourage someone or to encourage the kids, because the kids are our future. Also, with the 8 resolutions that we adopted within the first 30 days of being in the office to be able to empower our employees, starting on a new comprehensive plan to be able to capture the vision from all of the individuals that are in the community and see how they want to be able to move the city forward. So I would say those are the things that encourages me, that when I do have those mornings that I don't want to get up to come to City Hall, but when I look in the mirror and I think about all the wonderful things that have transpired in the first 4 months, and that all of the people that are counting on me to continue to make a difference in the city of Irondale, those are the things that encourage me to get out of the bed and come and fight for the people on a day-to-day basis.
You mentioned the food giveaway. I need to ask, is there any type of qualifications an individual needs to meet in order to come down and get a food box?
The only thing they need to do, Ms. Jones, if they're willing to get up and come and be in line for 2 hours to be able to get a box of food, that's the only qualification that we need. I mean, we're here to be able to take care of those in need. And we're just trying to be a blessing to the people, not to be an investigator to determine if they really need the food or not.
Well, I think that's something that the community really, I've heard, wanted to know. Do you have to have a certain income level or anything like that to get the food boxes?
No, we'll feed you. It doesn't matter what your income level is. I'm kind of reminded of, when Jesus was meeting the needs of people. he always talked about, even before he could share the gospel with someone, if somebody's hungry, then they're probably not going to hear exactly what he's saying. So we kind of take the same thing here at Irondale. People don't really care about how big your vision is if they don't have anything in their cupboards to be able to provide food for their families.
I think that's fantastic, and that's good to know also. That's about all I have to ask you. You have any further comments?
I am so glad that I have this opportunity to sit here with you and for you to be able to interview me. You've always been supportive of me since I've been in office. You also have a way of correcting me at the same time. So you've always given love both ways. And to have the chance for you to be able to sit here and to see all of the things that we've accomplished within a short period of time, it brings joy to my heart. So I'm just glad that you're here.
Thank
you're
you.
Kind of like a third mama. I have a mama in East Thomas. I have a mama on Cornell, Miss Frida.
Oh, yeah.
And now I got another mama, Miss Jones. So I am well covered in the mother business.
You are.
I hate when Mother's Day come around, but other than that,
don't forget.
I'm doing pretty well. But I just want to let the people know in Irondale that we have some great things getting ready to take place in the month of April. And you will be shocked about what's going on in your small city. So hopefully I will be able to make a few announcements about what is really going on in the city of Irondale, how we are transforming the city of Irondale, and how Irondale is getting ready to become a catalyst on this side of Jefferson County, that we're going to really make an impact and be one of the municipalities that people would talk about, because we are getting ready to develop a blueprint that is going to blow your mind. Also, on next month, I'm going to have another guest host, and his name is Paul Francis Tierney. He lives on the north side. So if you would like to be a guest host, please reach out to Ms. Emma Tolbert, and her email address is etolbert@cityofirondale.al.gov, and we'll make sure that we give you an opportunity to have a chance to sit in the hot seat as well.
Well, I thank you for the opportunity to be the first.
You are the first
of many to come, and I appreciate the opportunity, and it was an honor.
It was an honor for me to have the chance for you to interview me as well, Ms. Jones. Thank you.
You're welcome.